Hey there 10th graders and welcome to today's session. आज हम एक सच में बहुत exciting topic cover करने वाले हैं, which is the central nervous system. You can literally think of it as the ultimate command center of the human brain. ये हमारी body का main control room है, the absolute boss. So let's jump right in and explore how this incredible system actually works.
Okay, let's dive into this. The human brain and spinal cord together make up the central nervous system. This is the ultimate control center of your entire body. जो भी हम सोचते हैं, करते हैं या फील करते हैं, ये सब आपका central nervous system ही control करता है. It is an incredibly fascinating system that basically makes you, well, you. So let's look at the fundamental definition. The central nervous system, or CNS, is the complex of nerve tissues that controls the activities of the body, comprising the brain and spinal cord. आसान अल्फाज में your CNS दो main parts से मिलकर बनता है, आपका brain और आपकी spinal cord. Think of it like this. The brain makes the big decisions और आपकी spinal cord उन messages को super fast हमारी body तक पहुंचाती है.
Here is the mental roadmap for our guided tour today. We're going to step through the security gates, visit the executive suite, which is the forebrain, walk through the connecting hallway of the midbrain, and check out the life support basement, our hindbrain. Then we'll wrap up with the brainstem and a quick review. Let's go.
First up, Step 1. The security gates, protecting the human brain.
Because the brain is arguably the most important organ in your body, it naturally needs the highest level of security. क्योंकि brain इतना delicate और ज़रूरी organ है, इसकी हिफाजत सबसे ज़्यादा important है. We have a three-layered brain protection system. First up is the cranium. This is the hard, bony part of the skull. ये हमारी खोपड़ी की सख्त हड्डी है, जो पहली strong shield का काम करती है. Second are the meninges. These are three protective membrane layers covering the brain. ये membranes आपके brain को harmful substances to protect करती हैं, like security guards. And third is the cerebrospinal fluid, or CSF. This is a fluid found within the ventricles and central canal that cushions the brain. ये fluid एक literal shock absorber का काम करता है, ताकि brain को अचानक झटकों से बचाया जा सके.
Okay, let's pause for a super quick daily assessment. What are the three protective membrane layers covering the brain called? I'll give you a second. Go ahead and shout it out. Yes, you got it. The answer is the meninges. Excellent job locking in that memory.
Let's move to our next section and see how this all builds together. Welcome to the master blueprint, where we'll look at the three major parts of the brain.
Now what's really interesting about this is the visual hierarchy. Looking at the sagittal view of the brain, we can observe exactly where the forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain are located relative to each other. आप आसानी से visualize कर सकते हैं कि forebrain सबसे ऊपर और सबसे बड़ा हिस्सा है. उसके दरमियान में एक छोटा सा midbrain है और बिल्कुल base पर, नीचे की तरफ hindbrain located है. So to quickly classify this in your mind, just remember these three easy steps. Number 1, the forebrain, which is the largest area used for higher thinking. Number 2, the midbrain, acting as the bridge. And number 3, the hindbrain, which is responsible for automatic life functions. इस step-by-step division से pure brain का complex structure समझना बहुत आसान हो जाता है.
Let's start with Step 1, the forebrain, or as I like to call it, the executive suite.
The forebrain is absolutely massive. It's the largest area of the brain where all your high-level executive decisions are made. सोचना, समझना, planning करना, ये सब आपका forebrain handle करता है. Now the cerebrum is the largest part of this forebrain and it is completely covered by an outer layer of gray matter known as the cerebral cortex. It's also divided into left and right hemispheres by a very deep groove called the longitudinal fissure. हर हेमिस्फीयर में differently colored distinct lobes होते हैं और हर एक लोब अपना एक highly specialized function perform करता है.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what those lobes do. The frontal lobe handles problem solving and judgment. जैसे कि किसी really tough math problem को solve करना. The parietal lobe is for language and touch, like physically feeling the texture of your textbook. Then we have the temporal lobe, which manages memory, learning and hearing. For example, जब आप कोई नया song memorize करते हैं. Finally, the occipital lobe is all about vision and color perception. जैसे कि recognizing a friend's face from all the way across the room.
Besides the cerebrum, the forebrain has two other totally vital structures you need to know, the thalamus and the hypothalamus. The thalamus conveys information to the cerebrum, it handles pain perception and consciousness. Meanwhile, the hypothalamus is literally the size of an almond, but it regulates body temperature, hunger, thirst, and sleep. So, जब आप बाहर गर्मी में sports खेलते हैं और आपको प्यास लगती है, that's actually your hypothalamus screaming at you to drink some water.
Time for another quick daily assessment. What is the largest part of the forebrain? Take a brief moment to think about it. If you answered the cerebrum, you are absolutely right. Great job!
Moving right along, we arrive at step 2, the midbrain, our information bridge.
ये brain का middle connecting region है. The midbrain acts as a crucial bridge, conveying information between the forebrain and the hindbrain, and it regulates alertness and adjustments to movements. आप इसे एक busy hallway की तरह समझ सकते हैं. ये make sure करता है कि हमारी executive suite और life support basement आपस में perfectly communicate कर सकें.
And that brings us to step 3, the hindbrain, also known as the life support basement.
So the crucial point here is how these structures operate completely on autopilot. ये वो critical command center है जो हमारे automatic functions को control करता है. Basically, ये वो सारे काम करता है जो हमें जिंदा रखते हैं without us even having to think about it. The medulla oblongata controls heartbeat, breathing, and blood pressure. A real-life example is your heart consistently beating while you're fast asleep. Then the cerebellum coordinates balance and muscle movements, जैसे कि bicycle चलाते वक्त perfectly balance करना. And finally, the pons regulates alertness, sleep, and wakefulness, like waking up feeling totally refreshed in the morning. ये सारे involuntary actions हमारी daily survival के लिए इंतहाई ज़रूरी हैं. Let's test your active recall one more time. Which part of the hindbrain controls autonomic functions such as heartbeat and breathing? Exactly. It is the medulla oblongata, literally a life-saving structure keeping us going every single second.
Now let's move to our final anatomical concept of the day, the brainstem, which is all about connecting to the body.
ये वो specific region है जो brain को physically बाकी body से link करता है. The medulla oblongata, pons, and midbrain actually connect the rest of the brain to the spinal cord. They are collectively called the brain stem. Trust me, its structural importance cannot be overstated.
To summarize that, the components of the brainstem are the midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata. Their collective function is connecting the rest of the brain to the spinal cord. Asamana samap is brainstem को एक main thick cable की तरह समझ सकता है जो body और brain के दरमियान तमाम crucial data को safely transfer करती है.
Awesome work! Let's do a quick review before we finish up.
Today, we toured the forebrain for higher thinking, crossed the midbrain as our main communication bridge, and explored the hindbrain for automatic survival. I gotta say, you 10th graders have shown absolutely fantastic focus today. Great job keeping up with all these complex technical classifications. But before we go, I want to leave you with this provocative thought. If the forebrain handles your complex thoughts and the hindbrain handles your basic survival, how does your daily routine rely on the midbrain bridge to function as one integrated human being? So Chie is me. Think about how disjointed we'd be without it. It's a fascinating question that perfectly sets up our very next session where we will dive right into the spinal cord and the peripheral nervous system. Until then, keep learning and definitely stay curious.